In the summer season, a marked decrease in milk production by dairy cows occurs as a result of heat stress. Universal Fog Inc. was founded in 1989 to satisfy the cooling needs of individuals and companies throughout the desert Southwest and abroad. Initially developing products for use in residential and retail markets, Universal Fog Incorporated continues to expand into a variety of industries. Rapidly becoming key areas of focus are the agricultural and dairy industries. In 1993, Universal Fog Inc. was approached by an enthusiastic dairy farmer searching for cost-effective solutions to problems associated with excessive summer temperatures. Though fans and mist had been used in the dairy industry for years, very few people were satisfied with marginal benefits. The high cost of installation, maintenance, and continuous replacement of inferior products outweighed the benefits. When approached, Universal Fog Inc. jumped on the opportunity to design a product specially for the agricultural industry. Through months of trial, error, retrial, and finally success, the Universal AgriCooler was born. The concept is simple. Water is forced through a series of nozzles at pressure ranging from 250 to 800 psi, and a fine mist is created. As the mist contacts warm air, it evaporates, removing the heat in the process. With mist alone, temperature drops up to 30 degrees are possible. The addition of high-velocity air movement increases the cooling effect with possible temperature reductions of 40 degrees or more. Each Universal Fog Inc. dairy cooling system is specifically designed for the dairy in question. Every possible option is reviewed and analyzed, and a solution package is developed, beginning with the milk house and wash pens. Each 30-inch high-velocity fan, emitting roughly 15,000 CFM of air movement, is equipped with a single or dual-stage mist nozzle, each controlled individually for maximum cooling effect. In the wash pens, larger water droplets are used to wet cows, ensuring greater heat transfer. As the cows move forward to their drip pens, less water is used and droplet sizes decrease with added pressure. Smaller droplets mean greater evaporation and more cooling. Each fan, whether oscillating or non-oscillating, is strategically placed to maximize the coverage area, creating an efficient and cost-effective method of cooling. With the Universal AgriCooler, 2 to 3 times more water can be used per fan without getting the ground wet. Because power availability varies from dairy to dairy, all Universal AgriCoolers can be configured with 120 volt or 240 volt one-phase, 240 volt three-phase, or 480 volt three-phase. Electrical panels are configured with solid-state overload protection. Complete systems can be controlled manually or switched using timers, thermostats, or humidistats. Up to 12 stages of cooling can be built into the system, depending upon the specific requirements of the dairy, ensuring a cooler environment for more precise control. As temperatures increase, so does the need for additional moisture and/or evaporation. With multiple stages of cooling, each dairy can maximize the effectiveness of the Universal AgriCoolers and ensure they are operating at their greatest potential. In 1997 and 1998, a controlled study was conducted at the University of Arizona Tucson, comparing the Universal AgriCooler with more traditional cooling products such as low-velocity fans, mist, shades, and so on. The results were impressive. Up to 6 pounds more milk per day per cow was recorded using the Universal AgriCooler, with 8% more feed taken in. The volume increase versus the cost associated with the initial installation showed that within the first year, depending on the size of the dairy, the Universal AgriCooler system more than pays for itself. A dairy can't make money unless its cows are making milk. Without comfortable, stress-free pens, cows don't eat. The addition of Universal AgriCoolers on each of your shades creates environments very well suited for stress-free activity. Also configured for multiple stages depending on temperature and humidity, high degrees of cooling can be attained while maintaining a dry surface for the cows. A dairy can't make money unless its cows are making milk. Without comfortable, stress-free pens, cows don't eat. The addition of Universal AgriCoolers on each of your shades creates environments very well suited for stress-free activity. Also, configured for multiple stages depending on temperature and humidity, high degrees of cooling can be attained while maintaining a dry surface for the cows. All nozzles are designed for maximum atomization and minimal water use. eliminating any overwetting that might otherwise occur. Manger cooling is another key element in developing a well-rounded cooling package. High-pressure fog nozzles are placed shoulder height at the mangers, creating a thermal barrier above the cows. The resulting temperature drops keep the cows cool and comfortable during the feeding process, resulting in increased feeding times and quantities. It is even possible to force feed the cows by running the manger cooling systems exclusively at different times of the day. Turn the shades off, turn on the mangers, and the cows feed more often in larger volumes. The effect of heat stress on fertility and production in dairy cattle is another key reason to incorporate the Universal AgriCooler. Lactating dairy cows are extremely sensitive to environmental heat stress, says Carlos A. Risco, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine. The problem is that dairy cows are unable to maintain normal body temperature in a hot environment because of high heat production associated with lactation. The cows adjust to the high temperature by reducing feed intake, seeking out shade, standing rather than lying, and by limiting physical activity, including heats. The addition of the Universal AgriCooler into your dairy cooling project can greatly reduce the amount of stress experienced and ultimately lead to higher yields. Remember that a cool cow is a happy cow, and happy cows give more milk. Got milk? Get more. Contact Universal Fog Inc. today to inquire about how your dairy can benefit from the dramatic cooling effects of the Universal AgriCooler. The profitability of your dairy is our primary goal.